Good morning, everyone. Whew. When I tell you, after I finished working yesterday, immediately I came online, like, and I did a video, as you all know, a few hours ago, but I was famished. I had not eaten anything. So, as some of you all know, I'm vegan. I hate going to vegan restaurants and eating fast food. I just don't like it. So, of course, I had to cook something, and now I have eaten and replenished my body. So, hopefully, I can be able to get through this live. I am extremely tired, and I have to get up pretty early, just in a few hours. But I wanted to come on and do this video. Um, so there's a lady that I have followed for quite some time. Her name is Peach McIntyre. She lives in Florida. And I just have to be honest with you. She embodies uh ratchetness. She does. She embodies ratchetness. Like she no holds bar. She's known for being unapologetic. She's known for, just being really rough around the edges. That was what made her become this phenomenon. I remember one of her first videos that went viral was about Section 8. She had another video that went viral about her breastfeeding in public. Like the things that she does are attention getters. And she was able to turn that around, make it into a positive and become a multi-millionaire. When you talk about a content creator who makes millions a year, is Peach McIntyre. So as much as I said, okay, she embodies ratchetness and this, that, and other, she also embodies being a boss. She also embodies being an amazing mother. When I tell you that this woman is so intelligent, you know, sometimes you have to get past, the rough edges. But if you just watch her and listen to like her topics of conversation when she just goes on lives or just does little shorts or whatever, she gives out so much information. But let me tell you when I really started respecting her. So I have a associate of mine who I respect. And she was someone that I actually kind of look up to. She and I are the exact same age. And I look up to her almost as like a mentor level. Peach is her mentor. And I was completely shocked when she told me this because she is someone who also is a content creator. She is someone who makes six figures, and her demographic and Peach's demographic are so different. My friend who is a content creator, her commentary mainly embodies like soft life, luxury, black women, that whole thing. Peach is this exact opposite. So in my mind, and a lot of people, you wouldn't even be able to realize that someone that these two people would even be in the same room. You know what I mean? Because they really are complete opposites, but deep down they're not. Because Peach is about being able to hone your craft, take what she teaches you, and make millions from that. Whatever it is that you like, whether it be shopping, whether it be a luxury life, whether it be cooking, whether it be cleaning, whatever it is, find that niche and learn how to capitalize on it and make money from it. And when my friend told me that Peach was her mentor and how Peach had taught her everything that she knows to take her to the next level when it comes to being a content creator, I had to tip my hat off to that woman. And again, I've been watching her for a long time, but I never understood just how many 6-figure and 7-figure women this woman single-handedly has been able to create. So I'm letting you know right now, this video is not to bash Peach, even though we're going to get into some things and we're going to talk about some nitty-gritty. This video is not to bash Peach. This video is to uplift her and give her her flowers. Because I was very particular, even when it came down to the thumbnail of the pictures that I picked to put on as the thumbnail. A lot of people, you know, when they talk about her, they like to talk about all of the negative. They'll find the worst picture. They'll find her at her worst look, at the worst time, in the worst scenario, and then they try to capitalize on it. And this is my thing. If you really want to help someone who is clearly hurting and clearly going through some things, uplift them. Give them words of encouragement and try to talk them through their situation. So now that I've given her her flowers, let's talk about what's going on with Peach right now. Peach is a mother of 7 children. She recently just had a child. When I say recently, I mean very recently. I want to say that she just had a child like less than 2 months ago. I believe that I don't want to say what her son's name is because she has a lot of kids and I don't want to get the names mixed up. I know she has a son named McIntyre. I know her daughter's name is Gorgeous. I know she has a child named Wonderful. I'm just naming some of the names, and she's even teaching her children how to be content creators. But let's talk about what she's going through right now. When Peach first came onto the scene, I believe that she was a mother of 4 at the time, and now she's had 3 additional kids, if memory serves me correct. So now she's a mother of 7. She's married to a man by the name of Wood. He's also a content creator. They live in Florida. She is a multimillionaire. She makes over 6 figures. Let me repeat that again. She makes over 6 figures a month. She actually makes over $10,000 a day. Over $10,000 a day just from her content on all of her platforms. This woman, I believe, has 12 YouTube channels that are all monetized, all of those channels she posts videos on, and is very what's the word I'm looking for? She's very committed to her channels. She doesn't let a day go by that she does not post. She even sets goals for herself where she makes 30 shorts a day or 30 videos a day. And between those videos, she divvies those up in between her channels. Not to mention TikTok, not to mention Instagram, not to mention Snapchat, not to mention Facebook. She taught people how to make $30,000 a month on Facebook. That's a bad woman. That's a bad Black woman. That's a bad woman. And I'm here for it. And and anyone that watches my platform knows that I'm the type of person, I like to do my research. I'm not just going to come on here and talk about somebody. This woman walks the walk and talks the talk. But with that being said, she's with a person who is her husband. His name is Wood. She's with a partner who is not supportive. And that is what the message is this morning. Hey, Chopper. Hey. So glad you were able to join us this morning. I know it's early. That's what the topic is. Being with the wrong partner. Being with the wrong partner and then not forgiving yourself for being with the wrong partner. So I had a friend, I went through some things a while back. And I had a friend that told me years ago, you won't be able to get through your trauma until you forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself and you have to give yourself grace. You have to forgive yourself. First of all, you have to acknowledge that you made a mistake. That's the first thing. Then you have to forgive yourself for making the mistake. Then you've got to give yourself grace. That's the only way you'll be able to heal. Time and time and time and time and time and time and time again, we have seen this woman, this successful woman's husband, embarrass her, not support her, not uplift her when she needs him the most. Now, I've already told you all how she's the breadwinner. She's the multimillionaire. But she's the type of person, she want to see her husband win as well. So guess what she does? She teaches him everything she knows about him, about being a content creator. She sets him up to where he starts making 6 figures a year. But guess what he does with his money? He goes out, he hangs out in the streets. He goes out, he hangs out with his friends. And now it's gotten to a point where he knows that she's going to constantly be the breadwinner and bring the money home. He don't even put any content out like he should. Mind you, they have 7 children. 7. I'm going to tell y'all a couple of different scenarios that happened. When I tell you I was so upset and I was so bothered, and I just kept praying for this woman. Because you can tell this woman loves him so much and she's so broken. She loves this man more than she loves herself. And that's the first problem. Because you're supposed to love the Lord first. And then you're supposed to love yourself right after. This woman has literally cut all her hair off because of the amount of stress that she has been under because of him and his BS. I didn't even tell you about what recently just happened. She ended up having to have an emergency C-section. Their son, their newborn son, was in the NICU. She had to have an emergency C-section. The other 6 kids were home. He was taking care of the children while she needed to stay in the hospital and heal because she had an emergency C-section and their newborn baby, infant, was in the NICU. He came up to the hospital and was telling her how she needed, you need to walk, you need to walk, you need to walk, you need to move, you need to move, you need to move. In her mind, she thinking, okay, well, he trying to motivate me so I don't get, so I don't get lazy. He trying to motivate me so that I can be up and moving and so I won't be in pain. He convinces her, he tells her, well, baby, I miss you. Come home, come home. Mind you, the hospital wanted her to stay in the hospital. She come home, he go to sleep. He just wanted her to take care of the kids, clean, cook. Mind you, she wasn't even 3-4 days out of having surgery. You see how these jokers will manipulate you? Here she is, she thinking, oh, he trying to motivate me to be up and moving so that I don't get complacent. Nah, he was trying to get you up so that you could take care of them kids so he can go off and do whatever he wanted to do. And that ended up coming out that he was doing whatever he wanted to do. He was leaving and doing whatever he had to do. Mind you, she still has stitches, incision wide open. Yeah, wasn't even healed. And mind you, that's another thing. She has a certain amount of children under the age of 5. Breastfeeding a toddler and having to go back and forth to the hospital, to the NICU, to drop off milk for their newborn baby. Then it got to the point, because as you know, if you've had a C-section before, you cannot drive. Do you know this man wouldn't even wake up some days to even take her to the hospital to even go and check on their child? She had to call her mom. Her mom had to call out of work, come to their home, pick her up, help her get their kids dressed to take them to the hospital while he's still asleep in the bed. And she came on to you, like, she's come on to YouTube so many times and made videos about it. Because like I said, she's very transparent. Like, she don't have any filter. She's extremely transparent. She's came onto YouTube so many times and made videos of how she's going to leave him. She's done. She's done. She's done. I want to say she's filed divorce papers at least twice since I've been watching her. Maybe 3 times over the past couple of years. And of course, he'll convince her, let's work on our marriage. I love you. Let's not do this. We need to stay together for the kids. Let me tell you something, Peach. You think those kids like to see their mama crying all the time? You think your kids like to see you hurting all the time? You think those kids don't hear y'all arguing all the time? Because I can tell through the screen that y'all arguing all the time. If you don't want better for yourself, you gotta want to want better for your children. They deserve to have a phenomenal Peach, because that is the moniker that you have for yourself. I am phenomenal Peach, and you are. But you not being a phenomenal mom to your children when you are being verbally and mentally abused by a partner that you have outgrown. And you know how I know that you've outgrown him? Because you've literally put $1 million business into his hands. And and the only time he cares about doing the content is when you threaten to leave. He'll do it for a day or two, and then he back living off of you. He'll take care of the kids like you want him to, and then he'll be back living off of you. He'll buy you flowers once every 2-3 years. Something as simple as flowers. This woman is a multimillionaire. She works. She's the breadwinner. She told him, hey, baby, why don't you ever buy me flowers? You know, that's one of my love languages. You know, I want to feel like you love me. Buy me flowers. He even made up excuses about buying her flowers. Not until she went on YouTube, made a video. Mind you, while she was doing this said video, the woman still was healing from a C-section. She wasn't even supposed to be driving. She wasn't even supposed to even be lifting up their toddler child. She wasn't even supposed to even be having that toddler child in her arms. Period. Not until he saw a video of her going to the courthouse to file paperwork to divorce him, did he even start doing a little bit of content again and went and let me tell you about the flowers. He didn't even buy the flowers on his own, honey. He bought the flowers when they as a family went to Sam's Club, and he went over to the floral section and put the flowers inside of the cart. The disrespect. But let me tell y'all the new thing. So she told him, listen, we have a $500,000 hospital bill because I again, their child was in the NICU. She received a bill for almost $500,000 for the delivery of their child and the aftercare of their child. She has to pay that bill. Peach is one of those people who do not believe in debt. She doesn't want any debt underneath her or her family or her kids or anybody. She don't believe in debt. So she tells her husband, listen, I figured out a way that I can be able to make $30,000 a day off of content. I need you for the next 8 days to watch our kids, but I want you to watch them to my standards. Now, that's another thing I want to tell y'all. When I tell y'all this woman is an amazing mother, I don't know how she do it with 7 kids. First of all, she a boss, an amazing content creator, have her own business, has her own academy where she teaches people content, everything else. And then she is a content creator on her own. And then they have other businesses. And then she a mother of 7 kids. When I tell you this woman will get all of them kids by herself, up early in the morning, have them dressed, have them fed, and they're out the door, and they're doing activities. Oh, she don't play that. That whole, oh, you just gonna be at home just eating up all the snacks, drinking up all the juice. No. She's a woman who wants to make sure that her children are cultured. They have every single type of theme park, zoo, museum, every single type of annual pass you can think of. And she documents all of this stuff. This woman is amazing. Like I said recently, she asked her husband, watch your kids and do activities with them and have them out the house and on a schedule like I do. I want you to watch our children to my standard for 8 days, and I'm going to give you $10,000. I know it sounds crazy. I know a lot of y'all are listening right now. You like, wait, what? She going to pay her husband to watch their kid? Yep. Because she had a goal in mind and she wanted to come up off that debt. She wanted to make the money, go ahead and pay off the hospital bill. You know, this man couldn't even get the kids up like he was supposed to. You know, this man was asleep in the bed several days, still she up trying to do content, can't even do content because the little toddler coming in, her daughter gorgeous, trying to hand her bottles of water. Like she can't even get away for a second to even just grind and do what she need to do. Listen, Peach, you've outgrown that man. And the thing is, you have received so many times the warning that you have outgrown him. You have. even prior to you all having, and I know you love your kids. I know you love your kids. I know you don't think that your kids are a mistake at all. So I'm not even getting on that. But I'm saying this for a particular reason. I'm going to tie it in. You knew after the second child that he wasn't going to be the husband to you that you desired. But because you love him so much more than you love yourself, you kept trying to make it work. Let me tell you something, Peach. And this isn't a matter of me, because a lot of people do feel like, words can be used as a source of life and death. And that is true. You speak it through the tongue, and so may it be. I'm telling you what I know, honey. That man is not going to change. He not going to change today. He not going to change tomorrow. He not going to change next week. He not going to change the end of the year. It's going to take you to leave him for real for some years and for some time, for him to see what it's like to not have you, for him to appreciate you. But the woman you are right now, that man don't deserve the woman that you are right now. And it's tough love right now. I'm being so brutally honest with you. He don't deserve you. And you don't deserve how you treating yourself. When I tell you it bothers me so bad, whenever I see you make like these tearful videos, you stressed out, you just want to scream, you telling the world, you crying out to the world that you just want your husband to get it. And then a couple of hours later, I don't know, maybe he have a golden penis, who knows? He does whatever, and then you back in love and you like, oh, me and my husband are fine now. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not fine, honey. I know you're not fine. It's written all over your face. You can't even sleep well at night because you're so stressed. While he's sleeping right next to you, whatever time he decides to come home, he sleep right next to you super peacefully. You know why? Because you allowed him to know how to treat you. You taught him how to treat you. You taught him how to treat you before you even made your first million. You taught him how to treat you when you had your first business, before you even became a content creator. You taught him how to treat you then. You went out and bought him a $60,000 truck before you even bought your own self a vehicle. You went out and bought him thousands of dollars worth of jewelry before you even bought yourself an upgraded ring, because he didn't buy it. We know you bought it. You said yourself, for his birthday, you gave him $50,000 for him to start said business that he still never started. The women who look up to you and who value you as a business owner and as a phenomenal woman, we don't want to see this. We don't want to see this type of hurt. It hurts us to see you hurt. But you got to take accountability for not letting go and for not forgiving yourself. So there was a video that I found, and I want you to listen to this.
What's up, serial overthinkers? Look, there's something that you have to be able to do, and if you don't learn how to do it, you're going to stay burned out forever. Okay, so we're going to talk about it. You're not going to like it, and that's okay. You still need to hear it. You've got to get to a place where you can forgive yourself for making mistakes, especially mistakes that you feel like you should have never made in the first first place. Like, those are the worst. Those are the worst. The mistakes that you make where you're like, I should have known better. But, like, listen to me. There are some mistakes in life that you can make that you don't know any better until you make the mistake and gain the information and the knowledge to know better. In fact, if you had have known what you know now, you wouldn't have done it before. But so many of you, like, when you make mistakes, like, it's just this like constant never ending cycle of beating up on yourself. Like, you beat yourself over the head with the thing that you did instead of giving yourself grace and understanding that you're human and you're gonna make mistakes. But this really, I know for y'all specifically, it's because you don't want to have no excuses for your behavior. You feel like ain't no such thing as time blindness. I just didn't do it. I wasn't paying attention. I should have had an alarm. Ain't no such thing as executive dysfunction. I'm just sitting around doing nothing all day, and I need to get up and do something. Like, it's not difficult. I just need to just get started. And the truth is, like, that is one way of looking at the situation that you're in. I'm not trying to give you an excuse for your behavior. What I am trying to do is give you an explanation. And as a bunch of people misunderstood a couple of years ago, explanation isn't justification. Just because I give an explanation for why someone may do something or why someone may say something, that doesn't justify what it is they've done. But it does give you a reason for their behavior that isn't just because they were born that way. Like, there are experiences and things that we go through in our life that affect the way that we make decisions. And so, all I'm simply saying is that, sure, you don't have to give yourself no excuse, but you can give yourself a reason for why things are the way they are. And that doesn't erase the choices that you've made, but it does put them in a context that doesn't have you feeling like you're the worst person in the world. And by and large, if you follow me, then you have probably been in a state of chronic burnout your entire life, especially if your parents used corporal punishment. You've been burnt out your whole life. Your nervous system has been stressed your whole life. Your whole life, you have been dealing with this. And so, if you can just acknowledge that you have had past behaviors in your life that have influenced the way that you choose to do things now, and everything up until this point of accountability has not been your fault, it's your responsibility, but it hasn't been your fault, that really will help you change a lot faster. It really will.
Okay, so this person, their name is the Consciously. I want to make sure that I gave credit to the person whose video I got that from. And oh my goodness, if what he is not saying does not resonate with exactly what you're going through right now, Peach, I don't know if this video will ever get to you. I'm hoping that it will. But that what this man said makes all the sense in the world. First of all, you have to take accountability that you made a mistake. That's the first step. You made a mistake, you acknowledged it, mistake, you know it was a mistake. You got plenty of warnings that you needed to leave this situation. As much as you love this man, you got to love yourself more. As much as you love this man, you got to love your kids more. Because trust me, that's toxicity that you raising your kids underneath. No matter how many museums, zoos, theme parks, no matter how many flights and vacations that you take these children on, they still know that mom and dad are not getting along and that they're arguing and that there's a lot of drama and turmoil in our house. They also know that daddy is not treating mom how she deserves to be treated. You think your oldest son don't see that? He's either going to take on the same behavior as his dad, or else he's going to start resenting his dad for treating his mom the way that he do. Now, like you said, yeah, he's a good father. He cooks, he cleans, he takes care of the kids, but he does it at his time and at his leisure. Peach, is when I tell you it hurt me so bad to see how you were taking care of them kids and you had just got out of the hospital and you literally still had stitches. Your stomach wasn't even, Whew, you was doing too much too early. You could have risked major infection. And let me tell y'all what really, really bothered me. She made a video today, y'all. She made a video today and she said that someone asked her, if you were to leave this earth, what would happen? You know what Peach said? Oh, well, I know my husband will take care of my kids. I know that, he's a great father. Like, I know he'll take care of the kids. I mean, they won't be on no schedule. He'll take care of them how he want to take care of them. He would take care of them to what my level of taking care of them would be, but I know that they'll be taken care of. And then she said, you know what? But I don't know if he gonna get out and work and grind like I do. So you know what this woman said? She said, you know what? I need to get a bigger insurance policy. Just in case something do happen to me, it'll be more than enough money to make sure that my kids are taken care of. Do you know how bad that hurt me? She can't even depend on her husband financially to take care of her children if something were to happen to her. I don't think y'all understand that. Let me tell you something. This is a woman who lived in poverty and never want to go back there. She never want to go back to poverty. And it's like this man is trying to pull her back into that. You don't teach a man how to treat you like this. And this is what gets me, because it's always black. It's always the black family, the black mom, the black dad. Oh, well, you got a husband. You got a husband. Oh, those people online, they not married. They hating, they mad because you married. Yeah, you have a husband that's like another child. You have a husband that does every single thing for you and your children with contingencies. That's basically what you're saying is, I'd rather have a piece of a man than no man at all. Who want to live like that voluntarily? You miserable, girl. And you not the only one. It's several women on social media. I can see it. 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 I can see the hurt in them, even though they try to smile and push through it. You've gotten warning after warning after warning about this situation. You want to be able to be the woman that you are destined to be, because you're already a multimillionaire. But this is the thing. I know you want bigger and better. You got to leave that situation alone. If he is for you, if Wood is really the man that's supposed to be for you, you'll be able to find y'all way back together. But you need to leave him right now. You need to leave him right now, because it's toxic for your children to see that environment, and it's toxic for you to be living through it. God forbid you. I don't even want to even think about that. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say that. God forbid something happen to you because you so stressed out, you not getting adequate sleep, you grinding so much, and you don't even have the support. Like, literally, you calling your mom and you calling your brother and you calling your sister to come over and assist you when you have a grown man who is your husband in the house with you. You've kicked him out. You've taken all of his stuff out of the house before. You put it in the car. You've filed divorce papers. You've done all of this stuff. That man not gonna change, Peach. He's not going to change. You want him, and this is the thing. You've got to stop being so weak that every single time he's skin and grin in your face, or pop out the golden peen, and you hop on it, that he can't sit up here and manipulate you. Because this is my real question to you. This is my real question to you. If you did not have the millions and make the money that you make now, Do you think he'll still be there with you like he is? Be honest with yourself. Do you really think he'll still be there? You just today, you've been saying this for a couple of months now. You see the potential in him. You know what an amazing guy he can be. You know this, you know that, you know the other. He know it too. But he don't have to he don't have to be anything but sit and cook when he want to and wake up when he want to and take those kids whatever whenever he want to. He don't have to do nothing else but do that. And you've made that very clear for him. And you've made that very convenient for him. And he knows that. He knows at the end of the day, you're going to take care of him. He knows that. And he's gotten real comfortable. Baby, you have some praying to do. I'm in my 30s too. I learned a lesson a few years ago. I was told never, ever, 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 ever tell a new person that you're dating the trauma that a past relationship put you in. Never do it. Because whenever it come to mad day, they go throw it up in your face. Never, ever, 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 ever let a person treat you how you don't want to be treated. Because as many times as they'll tell you that they changed, they never will. They're going to go back to treating you that same way. Valuable lesson. And I learned it. And ever since then, those are two things that I have taken with me. I don't care if it's a friendship. I don't care if it's a relationship. I don't care if it's an associate or a neighbor. I see how they've treated me. I won't allow them to do it again. Because guess what? They go burn me even more the second time. It always happens. It always happens. Even think of it with you. Think of how many times you've taken this man back and he's done even worse and more and more. And now you even have more. You have 7 children. 7. That's a lot of kids. But at the end of the day, you phenomenal. So I know that you can be able to do it. You have a great support system. Your mom is a great support system. Your brother, I know he's been there for you a lot lately. Latch on to them and allow them to help you if you need help so that you can get through this. I need you to pray for strength to leave that situation because I'm telling you, I don't feel nothing good about you staying in that. And it's not no matter of somebody hating. So many times we stay in relationships that are already dead just so we can say we had a last name, we had that piece of paper, we had a ring. And what's so sad is a lot of times it's our mothers or our families or whoever that's almost forcing us to stay in something that don't even mean us well. It's toxic, all kind of toxicity. You know how much better you would be living, how free you would feel, how healed you would be if you would just let that dead weight go. And again, he may very well be the person for you. He just ain't for you right now, honey. That man have to see what it's like not to have you in order to appreciate you. We saw that with Nene and Greg Leaks. Same type of situation. You know, he was the breadwinner at one point in time. When she became famous and got on Housewives, she became the breadwinner. He was resentful about it. You know, he had private conversations with various people about how he did this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. Nene said, I'm not doing this. You're not going to treat me. You're not going to keep treating me like this, Greg Leaks. I'm out of here. And she divorced him. And Greg did anything and everything to prove to her that he had changed. And he did change, because he became the supportive husband that she had been praying for and that she knew he could do. Sometimes that man got to see you with somebody else happy and smiling, baby, in order for him to step step it up. He got to see you without that ring on. He had to see you without his last name. I'm telling you, that situation is nothing good coming out of that. You need to let that go. All right, well, I am done. This was my rant. I'm praying for you, sister. If no one has given you your flowers, I'm giving you your flowers right now. Very proud of you. I know that you will be able to accomplish all of your goals, but in order to do so, you have to have an amazing team of people. I mean, I can't. First of all, with all those children, I would hope that you would have a nanny, and I would hope that you would have a cleaning service to come in, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And even for him to even give you pushback on that is crazy. You even made the comment on one of your videos. You said, I can get a cleaning service. I can get nannies, but my husband like to see me do it. It's something about me doing it that he wants to see me doing it. So right now I'm doing it because I just want to make him happy. Girl. And he can't even watch his own kids so that you could be able to get some work done and make money. Child. Whew. The same reverence that you give him, I just wish that just he would give it to you. But I'm telling you, what you seeking from him, you won't get, Peach. You will never get it on a consistent basis until you leave him, and you leave him for real. You have to divorce him. You have to live separately from him. You have to leave him. And he has to see what life is without you. Not without the kids, because I know that you all will be able to co-parent, but he got to see what life is without you. And I guarantee you, if he is the man for you, he'll change. That is my soapbox preaching for this morning. You all have a great evening. Please subscribe. Please like. And I will see you all on the next video. This is Mimosa, and I'm signing out. Good evening or good morning.